What's up guys, it's your boy Carbell and welcome back to my channel. Okay, in today's video we're going to be playing a game with the social media icons, and this time we are doing this, and this. Yep, I know you guys are amazed, and then the other ones inspired you, but I'm sure this one is even more inspirational. And without much ado, let's just jump right into the video. Okay guys, if this is the first time you are meeting, my name is Sarfo Carbell, and if you're on a project, you are doing anything front end, you are even learning front end game, and then you need inspirations or anything front end, there is a channel for you. So consider subscribing and make sure you hit the bell button so that you don't miss out on the weekly videos that I bring every Wednesday, because trust me, you're going to learn a lot. Great videos just like this one. And if you along the way, if you get anything that inspires you, please do well to hit that like button. That cock is a funny cock. I'll kill it for Christmas. Okay, and guys, if you haven't checked out last week's video, please do what to check, because wow, these animations are also great. They're even somehow better than the ones we are doing, according to some people, but not me. I think the one we are doing this week is far better. And then the week before that, we also did these ones too, and we had even bonus tips that showed us how we could even do better if we in certain circumstances. Alright, so let's just jump right in today's video. So there's it, and then let me minimize it. I'm just going to press this to put on the right side here. I have my VS Code set up here. I have my index.html and my style.css. Okay, the index ordinary boilerplate of HTML, and I've linked my style sheet. You can see it here, the link, and then the style sheet to it. Alright, so this is my style sheet, which I've typed nothing there. But before you can go on, in the previous video we learned a lot. Please do want to check out those videos, because there's just only a stepping stone, and then you need those videos to be able to really understand some things that is going to happen, because I'm going to be running here. Because those ones were a bit longer, but they were more detailed, and then they explained everything. So I'm going to have a link, and I want to link my font awesome. We are using font awesome for the font. We are not creating our own SVGs. So I'm going to say font awesome CDN, as you can see here. That's the first link. I've already opened it before, so Google should know that I've opened it. So we come here, we copy everything, Control C, I copy it, and then when I come here, I paste. Okay, but to be able to use the font, you know what we have to do, right? We just type font awesome icons. Yep. And then the first one also. If you look closely, let me just say I want to look for Facebook. I've really explained. Man, this cock, keep quiet. I've really explained this. Anytime I'm recording my video, that's when this cock comes out. I've really explained how we could. Okay, so that's it. Facebook here, we have Facebook. So this is how we can use it. You can just copy this, and if you have the CDN and you have this, it's going to appear F. Let me show you. If I just copy this, Control C and paste it here, Control V, and save it. Nothing is happening. But I'm using Lifesaver, a wonderful extension which I recommend for you. Anytime I save something here, it automatically refreshes it in my browser. That way I don't have to come and press my restart button. So there's Lifesaver here. I have it here. Now that I have Lifesaver installed, if you also do the same thing, it's going to be good for you. So I'm just going to place Alt-L-O, or you can just click Go Live somewhere here, and then so you can see my F has displayed. I've really explained this, guys. Check out the previous videos. I have a card. I'm going to bring in a card, so make sure you click on the card and then check the description too. There's a link to those videos, and let's get right into it. So first I'm going to create a section, and I'm going to take a class of section social. Yeah, social icons. Hey, what am I typing? Social. I'm going to give an ordered list UL. I'm going to take a class of social list. I'm using Emmet, and I'm going to my first list item, and then this list item I want a link. Okay, these are links. Let me close this. Let me close this too. This is what we are using right now. If I refresh right now, yes, save. You see that become this is a list item. So whenever I see it, refresh automatically. That's the power of Lifesaver. I'll give you the link in the description, and then the best part of this tutorial is that I'll give you the link to CodePen, so that you can get access to all the codes. You can play around it, make it your own, and use it to develop yourself. Alright. So these are all links. I don't want them to just be ordinary buttons. So I'm going to use the anchor tag. I'm going to give it a class of social link. social link. Alright, and then the href for now is going nowhere, so just put your hashtag. And then in the and in the link, I'm going to give the I. Let me just put Control V. I think we already have it. So that's Facebook. If I save it, I have my what? It's a link right now. If I click on it, it should take me to that place. Alright, so I'm going to need 4 more of that. Alt, down, down, down. You can hold Alt, Shift, and down to copy the same thing down. Then second is going to be YouTube play. I want the play icon. The next one is going to be Instagram, and then the next one is going to be LinkedIn. I don't want to spend too much time on the HTML. Let me see. So that's my icons here showing up neatly but very ugly. Alright, so that's all for the HTML. Let's go straight into the CSS. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure everything is retaxed, meaning I don't want padding or anything on edit. So I'm going to reset everything. I'm going to have some videos in the future where I'll explain all the studio elements. What's wrong with me? I can't type today. So before, I'm going to have padding of 0, margin of 0, and box sizing. This, I know people have been asking me what is this, but I'm going to have a video where I explain all the box sizing. I'm going to use border box. Now look at this. If I should save it right now, it takes away all the padding and then brings everything here. Alright, so let's just jump right. I want the body. Okay, so for the body, I'm going to give a body, I'm going to give it a weight of 100%, height of also 100%, and then I'm going to give okay, yeah, something like that. I'm not having any font family or anything, so let me just go. Then my section social, which I created section social. If you don't know where that name came from again, let me remind you. This is our section, which we give a class of section. So I'm calling it, that's a dot. I want width of 100%. I want a height of also 100 viewport height, that's the whole screen. And then I want display of flex. This is what I want display first. I want to align items center, and I want to justify content also center. To save that, if I should save that, everything is what centered nicely in the middle for me. And then let me just do something. Let me increase. Okay, so this, I think this is okay for you guys. Alright, so let's just jump right to it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dot social list. I'm going to give list of none to take away all the dots, and I'm going to give display of flex to make everything. I don't want to use float, so I'm just displaying flex. Everything becomes what? Horizontal. That's all for you today. And then let's go straight into the icons. So the social link, that's what I gave. That's the icon. I want first of all test decoration of none to take away any underline. I want display of flex because I've explained in another video why we are using display flex. Say when nothing is happening. I want maybe width of 80 pixels, height of also 80 pixels. For now we can't see, so let me just give it a background color. Background color of like red. That's my experimental color, so that you see what's happening. Okay, so that's it. Let me just give you some margin of like 5 pixels. Is 5 pixels enough? Okay, so this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. They are all looking ugly. Now I want the icons to be centered central. That's why I actually even displayed it was flex in the first place. So I'm going to say align items again, same concept, center, and then justify content center. And when I save it, voila. Oh, I didn't save it. So it has now also justified. So this is centered neatly, and then I can continue killing. Yeah, I mean killing in this one. I'm going to give it a border radius. You can see from the original one, it has this nice cool borders here. So I'm going to give it a border radius of like 25%. 25%. Save it. You have that on it. And I want to give it a font size of 25 pixels. And then a font color. Did I say font color? Really? I want to give it a color like same thing as font color of this color. I don't know where I got it from. It's 4F9 3DD. Yep, that's the color. And then I mistakenly use $1 instead of a pound. Save it. So that's the color and it's looking neat. Let me give it a shadow before I can take away my background color. So I'm going to give it a box shadow of, I'm going to give it 3 pixels on the x-axis, 3 pixels on the y, 10 pixels blur, and then I'm going to give it black as a, so 000 VS Code is so helpful. It's going to give me this, and I can come to the slider, slide it to around 0.3, save it. You don't see anything here, but if I take away this, hey, that's it. Looking almost, that doesn't look like the main one. So you can see there's some look-alike here. Yep, you are guessing it. But now we are done with actually styling the link. So let's go to what can we do in terms of this. Now when you hover on it, 2 things happen. Okay, first the icons become what? Bigger. That means the icons tend to pop at us, and also with this nice something moving at the background, that switches. So that's what the things that we are going to be doing. Let's do the icon first. So I'm going to okay. So if I say social list, then social link, I mean, and if I should hover on it, okay, I want the color to be white. Where are the icons? Let me refresh. The icons are here, and the icons are white. For now, we don't want that to be happening, but later it's going to be very important for us. Okay, let's keep that one here. Let's go to the HTML and let's look at something. Now, if you look at all the icons, they have a class of FA. That's font awesome. They all have a class of what? FA in common. All of them. Because we're going to use that as a way of styling the icons individually. All right. So if I should say, let me copy everything here. If I should copy, Control V. Now, if I hover on the social link, that's these icons here. I mean the whole button. Okay, I want to select what? My FA. And I want to give it what? Transition first of 0.4 seconds. And I also want to give it what? A transform. I want to what? Scale up. Just like it's going to pop up. So you have to see what scale it. I want to give it a scale up of what? 1.6. Now let's see if I should just hover. Now they become bigger. Okay, they become what? Bigger. That's what we're looking for. Is that not it? It's so great. You can see that the transition doesn't transition back. It's because the transition is in here. And if I should come here and say .fa, copy all of this, X, Control V, save it. Now it's transition back and forth. It's just as simple as that. Alright, but that's not all that was not all for today. Let's look at how we can style that amazing background. So I done with the first one, then the second one, which is styling these things that come in the background. Alright, and okay, so let's go to it. So I'm going to use a pseudo element. I'm going to use before or after, but I mostly use after because I don't know, for some reason I just type after. So I'm going to copy Control V. So let's copy here, Control V, paste. I want the after. You can use before, and then one goes. So content first, set to what? Nothing. I want a weight of 120% of the parent element, and I want a height of also 120% of the parent element. And for now, let's give it a background color of that color. Thank you, VS Code. Let's save it. Let's come to the very main one. So this is it. You can see it as if it is now it is fighting with the FA, because this icons are actually pseudo elements, nice ones, crazy ones. So let's look at it. My clothes is actually dry. I need some water. The water is coming. Okay, let's go. So you can see they are fighting, but let's get to it. What can we do? Let's set here position to that's water. Okay, position absolute, save it, and like I said, it's going to take full screen because we didn't give it what it should be set absolute to. So we come to the parent element, set position to relative, and then now it's here. Yeah. It looks somewhere right. I know. Let me make the margin 7, so you don't see nothing. But let's continue. I want top of 0, and then left of also what? 0. You guys, sometimes there's some changes, but that's not all. I'm going to transform, and I'm going to what? Rotate it, because if you look at the very main one, it's rotated. It's not just square. That's why it looks that way. It's actually rotated. So that's the trick we are going to use. And I'm going to what? Rotate it in an angle of what? 45 degrees. Save it, and then that's it. Everyone is what? Rotated. Everyone is what? Rotated. Everyone is what? Rotated. But is that all we are looking for? If you look at the very main one, before we touch on it, it's actually somewhere hidden somewhere. I will hover before it comes close. So this is what we're going to do. The top is going to be set to what? 90%. These values we are seeing actually experimental values. I've done my experiment and I spent days experimenting. So negative 110%. Save it, and then that's it. You can see. So this is the first one. This one belongs to the F. This one belongs to YouTube. This for Instagram, and then LinkedIn. So they are all away from it. So they are not touching. Okay. But what do you want to do? What we want to do is this. Whenever we hover, let me give it a transition. Okay, no transition. Good. Now, whenever we hover on this, we want this thing to come on top. Then we give. So here, Control V. Now, whenever we hover on the social link or the whole button, we want our after studio element. Okay, we want you to let me say top of negative 10%, and then left of also negative 10%. Let me save that. Okay, so you see, very ugly. Yay! It is ugly and cancer. Let me give it transition of like 1. Yeah, is 1 second enough? Nah, 1 second is too much. 0.4 seconds. Save it. Okay, so if I hover here, it comes. If I hover, 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 it comes. So you see, but that's not what we have here. If you look at the very main one, it comes, overlaps and comes back, overlaps and comes back. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to use an animation. Okay. Now, so if I hover, I want an animation to play. That's what it actually means. So when I hover, I want an animation, and I'm going to call this animation suite. Yeah, because this video is actually sweet. I don't know, I'm sweet too. You do not see my face, but I'm sweet. With this animation, I'm going to give the name of what? Sweet. It should take place within 0.8 seconds, and then it should have it should happen like once. So let me save that. Now if I if I hover, nothing is actually really happening because you've not specified what happens in the animation. And the way we specify that animation is what we call keyframes. So video editing, they are all way. So this is we say at keyframes. There's it at keyframes. Then you type the name of the animation, which happens to what? Sweet. Our sweet animation. So we'll call the animation what? Sweet, and then from there we can just keep going. So now at 0%, I want something to happen. At 0%, That just type 0. I'm going to use percentage. Okay, at 0%. Okay, so let's continue. So at 0%, I want it to have just like the parent one. So top of, so copy. I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to paste it here. Boom, tab it so that it looks nice. So just like the very parent one, at 0%, I want it to be just normal. Okay, just like the parent. All right, but at 50%, I would all shift and then down to copy everything down. At 50% here, I want the top to be -30, meaning we are going somewhere, we are moving actually. And then I want the left to be what? Just 10. So if I see right now, let me hover. See, something just happened. It like exactly. It went that way and then it came back. It went and came back. It went and came back. Guys, I know what you are thinking. Before anything, let's do the magic we always do on all our serious buttons. I'm going to give it overflow of what hidden, save it so that we don't see the excess. If I hover, can you see it's very great. And one more thing, the studio element here is above or on top of our icons. That's why we are not seeing our icons. However, now I should make this one F white. That's all white. We are still not seeing it because our social media icons are beneath the studio elements. So I'm going to give it a Z index. Like I said, Z index shows the stack, which is on top of which. So -1 for here, and our main here we have Z index of 1, meaning this should be above. If I hover, yep, it goes beneath, 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 it goes beneath. It's actually a whole button on its own. Okay, and it's actually even great. It's nice, guys. We can stop here, but for the bonus tip and for the fact that you've watched the very end, let's add how you can add the colors. This we've already learned in our previous video. Do all check that video out because the animation is as great as this one is. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to use a serial selector. So first I got my social list, and I have my li, and like I said in another video, the nth child. The nth child, that's the child selector. Okay, I'm selecting the first child. That's this particular one. I'm in the wrong one. This particular one. Okay, and then I want, after selecting that particular one, guys, throat dry. Let me take my water. Okay, thanks for that, giving me that break. And I'm going to select, after selecting the very first child of this one, I want to select the social link. Okay, and then not only that, I want the after pseudo element. I've really explained this in the previous video. Check that one out, please. And I'm going to give it, let me say, background color of red. Experimenting, and that's it. It has become what red, while the others are what just they are normal because I said the first child only. All right, it's actually working, and I'm glad this is so. So I'm going to copy this one down 4 times. Hold Alt Shift and down 1, 2, 3. We have 3. I change this one to the second child. I change this one to the third child, and I change this one to the fourth child. So everyone can get red, 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 red. But that's not the colors we want. Let me copy and bring the colors. You can go to Google and then ask Google for the colors. Google will give you all the colors you need. So I'll copy and bring them here. First one should be Facebook. This is Facebook's color. That's Facebook's color. Okay guys, so that's it. As you can see, all looking neat, all looking perfect, just like the very first one here that we had here. Thank you so much for sticking to me to the very end. And then please, if you got any value from this video, please hit the like button to keep us going, to support and to help the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, because I release videos like this that is going to help me and you take our front end game to the very next level. And then also I have the link to the CodePen so that you can get access to all the codes here. Play around with it, make it your own codes. It's for you because the channel is for you too. And then play with it. Whatever you do, just keep using it, keep getting better. And whatever you do, make sure you design and do it from the bottom of your heart. Thank you so much. I'm actually repeating myself. Till the next time, I'm going to catch you in the next video.